We are live. This is the market update. This is the buy, the sell, the fact market update. Worried about the Fed? Worried about the Bank of Japan? You know what? Don't be. Volatility is a fact of the matter here in crypto. And let me tell you something. Crypto is undervalued, underappreciated. Everybody has given up on crypto. And guess what you get when everyone's given up on crypto? A rally. Ethereum is coming back soon. Coming soon to a theater near you. Bitcoin should probably be at 68. We'll go over the TA, and you have across the board altcoin breakouts. We're looking for a massive live TA session today. Also, a huge announcement. We have qualified and are opening premium YouTube. That means you're going to be able to get loyalty badges. You can scan this QR code right here. Join the Spartans. We'll go over the offering. We'll explain how it fits in with Patreon. We're going to go over everything. But in the meantime, if you want to scan that QR code and join the Spartans, join premium YouTube, there are two options. Like I said, we will go through it. Okay, so I am going to share screen and slowly explain to you. And again, you are going to want to stick around to see the charts and the news today. So this is what our YouTube page looks like. Right here, there is a button that says join. You click the button and you see a video, all right, of me and the other half, the better looking half of Unhinged Crypto, telling you about the new offering. Now, you get loyalty badges. So for $4.99 a month, it's like one super chat a month. Think of it that way. It's also designed, for people overseas where, the US dollar is, can be tough on people. So for $4.99, if you want to support the channel and you want to be a special Spartan, you can get access to these 4 emojis to use during the stream, and these loyalty badges reward you for every month you stay. So if you're brand new, you get the orange B for Bitcoin and B for Bill, I suppose. Then after a month, you graduate to the notorious sheepdog, the original emoji created by the Eagle King. 2 months, the notorious Bitcoin, followed by the notorious crown. And after a year, you become a Spartan. After 2 years, you qualify to be a chopper pilot for the Get to the Chopper watch out from back in the day that put this channel on the map. After that, we're talking years. I think you get your cowboy hat, then you get your badge, and then after 5 years, you are a full-fledged crypto Texas sheriff. But you definitely want to hang on for a year to become a Spartan, and you can use these emojis. $4.99. So if you're a super chatter or you always wanted to be a super chatter, now you can get that and get something for it. Now, we also have VIP all access for $49 a month. With that, you get our special altcoin reports that we had been previously selling in the Patreon store. We will be selling stuff in the Patreon store for people who want to shop a la carte. But if you've got the YouTube membership, you get the reports, the altcoin portfolios. By the way, just a word on that. Somebody used a $27 report from the Patreon store to clear their credit cards. Okay? So these altcoin reports have value. This way you get one price. One price, you get certain reports, most of the reports, live streams, special live streams. So we're doing a public and then a private, right? AMAs. And we're going to be doing a live portfolio show. So it's going to be like the rest of the world's version of live trading, except we're going to be doing live portfolios. Now, what's in there right now? Right now, we have the secret portfolio. some of which the coins, the bus is leaving right now as we speak. So members will get access to this secret portfolio. Now, just so to avoid any confusion, Patreon will still be here. You still have the $15 a month. That is the middle tier. Patreon will be the home of 6th Street Crypto. It will be the home of 6th Street Crypto. So that's only in Patreon. Then there will also be the Patreon store where you can shop and do things a la carte. So we have a $4 product, a $15 product, and if you just want to get basically everything, it's a $49 product, right? Patreon members at $15 2 days ago, they got the Eclipse Rip. Lunar eclipse on the 18th. So you pay 15, you get something. You pay 40, you get all the things that we would normally put in the store. So you pay one price and get all kinds of stuff. So let's review so you get it. $4 gets you a membership, gets you joining the Spartans with cool emojis. $15, 6th Street Crypto, Patreon, TA every day. Okay. $49 gets you basically everything. Basically everything, including live streams, AMAs, and the works. The bull market is on, people. It is on. Join the Spartans today. Now, just to drive this home, we're going to go to PowerPoint first, right? Sharing the screen. Hopefully I did all that right. Bottom line is $49 for everything except 6th Street Crypto, right? 6th Street Crypto will always be for the brothers and sisters of Patreon. So stay with Patreon and jump in YouTube to pay one price for all the stuff that we would sell in the stores. Okay, join today. I'm just going to show you where the buttons are. So there's a join button on the homepage, and there's a $ icon, which many of you use, and I thank you for that. For things like super chats and tips, you can become a member from that button. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. The Eagle King has dropped a lot of links, and we will get busy with this market because guess what? It's going up, and even if they do sell the fact, I want to eat the sell the fact dip. Okay, Bull Runner first on the stream. Welcome. Patriot Caveman, Boris, BitBoy Al, Bemp from Tampa, and early Patreon members. Loving the Bitcoin layer 2s. Watch out. My partner, big fan of layer 2s. Today's Tech Bites, Fuzz Crypto. Welcome. Silas, Duncan, right? Forget About It is here. Welcome. T-Bone in the house. Big Boy Al, welcome. Todd Creek, Union Crypto, Steve Mesa, the guy who brought you DeFi before DeFi. Art, Pancakes and Peanut Butter. T-Bone liking the call on IMX. That was in the portfolio. Right on. Right on, brother. Indie Rock Crypto. West Michigan Love. Bob Marsh, the #1 fan of the Unhinged Crypto YouTube channel. Thanks, Bob. We appreciate you. Farmer Sand Forest, Mr. Relentless. Welcome. Welcome. Duncan, Routine Cheese, Todd. Oh my God, Todd's got a new membership badge already. Holy cow. Todd, you are first on the membership. We appreciate that, sir. Sincerely. Okay, now let's get busy. We got a lot to talk about here, people. Let's rock it. Let's rock it. Ethereum has bottomed versus Bitcoin. We went over the charts last night. We'll briefly go over them again today in the PowerPoint. Benjamin Cohen has a whole bunch of charts. That is so Benjamin Cohen. He's got this big support point in Ethereum versus Bitcoin from a weekly chart. I have it for a monthly chart. Okay, he's got support in Ethereum versus Bitcoin on a big trend line. That's very interesting. All right. And he's got a 5-wave structure down in Ethereum versus Bitcoin. That looks a lot like LuxAlgo. I have something similar. He's also looking for a top in Bitcoin dominance. I will show you that via LuxAlgo. That is probably true. Altcoin ignition is imminent. Now, just in case you're worried about what the Fed's going to do and what the Fed's not going to do, they've screwed up, okay? So they can do 25, and when they do 25, that's going to send a signal to me that they're just going to have to keep doing 25. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's how Greenspan used to do it. That's how these guys are going to do it. Everyone's going to get all wound up if it's not 50. If they want to sell it, take it from them. Now, if they do 50, that's an admission that they've screwed up, and this is a classic case. New study finds half of middle-class workers plan to work past 65, and if you are 65, they're going out and getting part-time jobs. Last night's market update, I told the story of a guy who's working nights. He used to work on selling working people on certifying signatures called a notary for mortgage applications in Austin, Texas, and that is gone. The housing market is locked. It does not trade. So whether they do 25, 25, 25, or they start us off with a bang with 50, I don't care. Right? If they start us off with 50, it's just an admission that they screwed up, which again is super positive Bitcoin. Super positive. Tupperware, done. Filing for bankruptcy. People cannot afford plastic containers to put their food in. ETH versus Bitcoin ratio drops to the lowest level since April of 2021. But let's all give up on ETH. Let's give up. Yeah, let's just pack it in. No, wrong. So wrong. Benjamin Cohen, you know what, man? That guy is a PhD and an OG. Okay. Well, that accumulated Ethereum at $11 sells after 8 years. Now, maybe he has or she has bills to pay. You never know. Selling Ethereum at $2,000, you will regret it. You will regret it. BlackRock says Federal Reserve interest rate cuts will not be as deep as the market expects. My answer is, who cares? They do 25 basis points. They're just going to have to keep doing 25 basis points. They were behind the curve tightening the first time. They're going to be behind the curves cutting this time. A Fed behind the curve on rate cuts is bullish crypto. Expert analysis said Fed policy shifts could send Bitcoin to 200K. You know what? I understand that analysts can have long-term forecasts. Everyone has their work. I respect everyone's work. But can we get to 75 first? Like if I said to you Bitcoin's going to 200, you'd be like, okay, yeah, I know. If I told you Bitcoin off the lunar eclipse that Patreon members were all over, we're going to go to 75 in short order, you'd be like, whoa. What about 67 if 75 is too much? Why is 67 such a scary number? Michael Saylor bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin at 67, as we will see. Why is Bitcoin trading at 60K? Why was Bitcoin trading at, what did they sell it down to, 57 yesterday? Oh, please. That could have been it, That could have been the last time you see Bitcoin below 60K. Just think about that for a second. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Okay, so he who shall not be named, the big man, has a crypto project. Everybody was super critical about it. It's for accredited investors. Retail will likely not get rugged in that situation, and that is genius. People may not like the project, but he put his money where his mouth was when it came to crypto. And if he hadn't come up with a project, they would have said he should have. Period. He put his money where his mouth is. Okay. The big man says, you know what? I'm into crypto because I made money with NFTs. It's funny how you start to like crypto and you get a little taste of that sugar. You get a little taste of success. You get the bug, right? Plus, He's got to have the crypto bro vote. Got to have it, right? Stocks making huge moves midday. Everybody all pumped up in stocks. Bitcoin holds just above 50K as probability of big cut jumps to 67%. You know what? The best thing that can happen for all of us is that we could eat another dip. Buy the sell the fact. So these two gentlemen in their plaid shirts, they work for Uncle Sam, and they paid somebody a visit about a social media post. Okay. So just in case you're wondering whether or not the green button makes you free, okay, you don't want to get visited by these guys. You just don't. See right here? Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. The green button makes you free. Here we have a social media platform saying that they're not going to have foreign interference activity from RT. That's private property, folks. They can do what they need to do. I respect that. But what's the only thing that they can't stop your voice? Where can your voice be heard where no one can stop you? The green button. Okay, Cardano will be better than Solana, according to the guy who runs Cardano. Well, nothing against Cardano, but I'll believe that when I see it. Okay, but obviously, if Cardano ever took off, that would be huge. I'm thinking this is led by Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and believe it or not, XRP could be next. Maybe not right this second, but those are going to be the leaders. Now, of course, with Cardano, it depends what happens when the market takes off. If the market takes off and Cardano outperforms, let the market have the final vote. Let the market vote. Let the market vote. Zoltan is here. Welcome. Crypto Crazy, nice to see you again. Silas, I will not forget to do AVAX. We're going to just do everything today. Okay, Florida governor is not going to hand over the guy that was hiding in the bush. So he can't disappear. Amazing. They buried the first story and they're barely covering the second one. The green button, people. The green button. I want you to be free. You know, when it comes to like the YouTube membership, Patreon, things like that, it's not just making a living. It's me using this platform to help you so that if Bitcoin goes up 890%, you're there. You own it. You have it in cold storage. You're free. Dydx to debut a perpetual futures market on predictions. So we're not doing meme coins anymore. We're gambling in the prediction market. You know, that's great, folks. You know, we want to see the low quality stuff rally before the high quality stuff. If the low quality stuff is the prediction market, I'm fine with that. Arthur Hayes' family office funds Bitcoin core development because crypto's not going anywhere, right? Everything new under the sun has been invented. We're not doing Web3. Bitcoin isn't going to 70 now. Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you think Arthur Hayes is going to be phased by a dip? Yeah, he made some noise by getting short. But there's a lot of retail investors that got short Bitcoin at 60K. And they thought they were sitting fat, dumb, and happy yesterday. Guess what's going to happen to those people? They may not be able to cover if the Fed comes out and they buy it no matter what. Okay, Eastern European countries to try crypto payments for hardware-related imports. Let me ask you something. What happens if governments start using privacy coins for lots of different reasons? You know, like we don't have to have an argument about who's a good guy and who's a bad guy because that's dependent on where you live or your views on politics. Who cares? Right? Governments may need to do things that people can't see. So might Wall Street. When was the last time you heard anything about a privacy coin? Anything? You haven't. You absolutely haven't. The whole market is just sitting out there going, buy me, buy me, buy me. No one's paying attention. Ethereum price struggles to rebound. Short-term forecast remains weak. Yeah, okay, exactly. Print this, cut it out, write each price on it, tack it up on your wall. Look at this. Is Solana headed for a drop to 120? Technical indicators say yes. Okay, well, Solana doesn't trade great, and, Solana's going to have to come back at some point, but you know what? This is a square range, and I don't know. They did a fake out at the top, and I don't know. Maybe they have to do a fake out at the bottom, or maybe they're going to catch everybody who wants to buy it at 120 and just take off. Either one is the case. In any case, this is what the media is writing about it, because after all, a journalism major who graduated with a B+ average is a market and TA expert after all. By the way, banter bubbles, DeFi over the last month. This broadcast and Unhinged Crypto, led by Toby Ward, has been telling you for a very long time about DeFi. True Finance up 12% over the last month with this market trading horrible. Aave up 3%. Maple up 30%. Sushi perky at 9%. Huh? Joe on Avalanche. Pendle. Look at all these other coins that haven't done a darn thing yet. They haven't done a darn thing. This thing could just take off, right? This is Toby's favorite thing, featured on the Unhinged Crypto Happy Hour. Look at these AI tokens flying. This market is rallying from the bottom up. So you're going to ask, okay, Bill, what does bottom up mean? So when a market rallies from the top down, okay, that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum, that's Solana. When the market rallies from the bottom up, instead of a crypto market, it becomes a market of cryptos. Meaning from the bottom, you start to get alts popping off. Fetch, right? Ocean, ICP is now up 10% over the last month. You getting the picture here? That this is like super perky. And instead of trading NVIDIA at, I don't know, a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, why don't we trade it in the decentralized universe? Virtual down 6%. Right, over the last month. PAL down 9%. PAL is destroyed. You might find that in the secret portfolio. Maybe you might, right? So go check that out, right? It's like for people in Patreon who've been buying reports one by one, we're going to have reports in there plus the live streams. So, Toby working with Banter Bubbles and me working with LuxAlgo, that's what creates those reports. The secret portfolio, right? Okay, now I'm shilling. Right? I'm shilling now. The secret portfolio. Get involved. Get involved. Eat the dip. Buy the sell the fact. Make them force you out. Make them force you out. Because you know who's going to get forced out? All these people shorting Bitcoin at 60. Those are the people who are going to get forced out. UK finance minister wants a deterrent to the crypto industry. Okay, bro. You know what? The orange man and the citizens of the United States, yeah, we'll take anything that you don't want come January and November. Just bring it all over. Bitcoin price, tough to call. True. But it's classic, and crypto has done this before, that right before there's this dramatic news announcement that creates all this fear and uncertainty, crypto just starts rallying. He who hesitates is lost. He who hesitates is lost, right? They're going to blow the shorts out. They're just going to blow them out. God only knows where that takes Bitcoin if this thing comes out and it's just whatever it is, they lower rates. They say we have to lower rates, whatever. They make a neutral to dovish statement. I think we'll see We'll look at the data. Yeah, Jerome, you will look at the data. You will look at, I don't know, a labor market that was supposedly super tight that basically was fake. Okay. Ethereum trader turns 87K into 40 million after an 8-year hold. Okay. You know, somebody wants to cash out for $40 million. I get it. I get it. That's not a small amount of money, but maybe he should have left a little on the table. Maybe a little, right? All right, people, just as a reminder, right? These are your new member. And if you stay all the way out to a year, you become a Spartan. If you say 5 years throughout this whole cycle, you become the sheriff. And don't forget, you can use these emojis hopefully during the stream. And there is the secret portfolio. Okay, let's get a check of where this market is. What is happening? Everything. Oh my God, look at this. Beginning with this. Everyone thinks layer ones are dead. I'm pretty sure that this is a 5-wave bottom right into the discount zone on Black Monday. And that is a head and shoulders bottom in Phantom. Okay. Sharing screen. This is a head and shoulders bottom in Phantom. And the target of this pattern is 80 cents. So if this unwinds the entire summer bear market, where's Bitcoin going to be? Where's Bitcoin going to be? Honestly. And here's what I would draw for Bitcoin. Because we're going to be doing a truckload of live TA today. So this is Bitcoin on a daily chart. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to draw a diamond. Been saving this one. And this, folks, is called the diamond bottom. Right? So you have a negative trend or a sideways trend. Equilibrium from LuxAlgo is basically at 60. If you go beyond equilibrium in Bitcoin, this is what you're going to do. You're going to travel the width of the diamond from the point of the breakout. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 80K. We got a lunar eclipse the next 2 days, 18th and 19th. You don't think they can smoke this thing higher? Think again. Now, I'm not saying it's going to 80K in 2 days, but I am saying that this pent-up demand, this chop was miserable. And if they break out of a diamond and they just break out and go, well, guess what, people? They're going to break out and go. Now, what is one of the important keys for higher Bitcoin? Now, I understand the foreign exchange market has been pretty short. I get it. Okay. This is a 4-hour chart of the dollar. This is probably a bear flag. 100 is the key level. What do you notice here? As the market went down, LuxAlgo oscillator matrix money flow is going negative. Okay. So this went straight down. A bounce is not shocking. Short covering is not shocking. I get it. I get it. Watch out if this thing falls below 100. That is ignition. Okay. Coinbase stock. Okay. Let's do a daily. I was doing tactical charts before. Just to keep in mind, folks, Coinbase's chart is sitting on top of a LuxAlgo discount zone. Basically an oversold zone. I don't know. I don't want to call it fair value, but they call it equilibrium. Like, how far away is Coinbase from equilibrium? Like, you know, like, where does it all balance? At 215. At 215. And if you go to like a 4-hour chart, or an 89-minute chart, okay, there's the 5-wave structure on the way down, right? LuxAlgo sold yesterday, coming back. Again, the real resistance up here at 191, and Coinbase has taken out the previous 4th wave. So to like blow this up, right? This is the previous 4th wave. The 4th wave is where the give up trade starts from. Now, I guess if they take it down here, they could smack it again. That's possible. But what's also possible is that this thing goes, oh, wow, Bitcoin's really going up, huh? Guess we better get involved. MicroStrategy down today, but MicroStrategy never really went down. And if they did, they made an upward sloping accumulation cone. See, in the dollar, in legacy instruments, this is a bear flag. In crypto, it's an accumulation cone. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Okay, a couple charts I want to share in PowerPoint. Okay, GFI, Goldfinch, lending. Breakout, LuxAlgo signal, gone. After massive capitulation. See that red on red down there? Yeah, massive capitulation. Oh, somebody got involved in SUI after the Unhinged Crypto Happy Hour podcast and made money. Boom. Arrow, destroyed. The Uniswap of the base network, which of course no one will ever use, right? Because it's all dead. This thing was destroyed. This thing was at like $2. It went down to 40 cents. Now at 63, trading pretty decent. TIA, another Toby Ward pick in the AI world. Look at this thing. This thing is actually completing a bullish move on an intraday chart. This thing has been trending the whole time. The media has been trying to tell you that everything is bearish. Everything is not bearish. It's not. Okay. Just as a reminder, on ETH versus Bitcoin, Benjamin Cohen had it. I have it. Huge support. Huge. Like, what does it take for ETH to take off? ETH on a monthly basis is in a balance zone. Right? I mean, we're selling ETH in a balance zone at 2,200. No, we're not. Not my people. You get stopped out, you get stopped out. I'm dealing with 4 months of chop. Think we're going to bail now? No. Okay, so here's Bitcoin dominance on an 89-minute chart. And, we have LuxAlgo sell signals here. And we have LuxAlgo sell signals here. And we have Bitcoin dominance in the premium zone. So the whole market's in the discount zone. And now we have Bitcoin dominance in the premium zone. So Bitcoin up 4%, ETH lagging, blah, 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 blah. So I have no problem with Bitcoin going up because Bitcoin is going up. But altcoins are poised to come back, led by ETH. Led by ETH. Now, Solana sucks. Know that. Get it. So Solana on an 89-minute chart is in a balance zone near 134. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And the reason I'm okay with that is because there's a 5-wave bottom here, right? And I think despite this being very difficult, they've taken out the previous 4th. And on the dip today, Solana's holding, that's 132. So basically, the tactical downtrend in Solana, as far as I'm concerned, is over. Let me just label this Solana 89-minute. Here's what bull markets do. Let's go to a Solana daily chart. So here's what bull markets do. They pull you in. They have you convinced it's going up forever. Sure looked that way at Solana 200, right? Then they pull you into this range. They just chop you and chop you and chop you. It's miserable. Miserable. Right? The only people who make money are tactical day traders in these type of ranges. So a lot of people think Solana is going to go down to 107. No. And sometimes these diagonal formations are not the best in crypto. But that's what bull markets do to you. They get you pulled in, and then they get you thinking, it's no good. It's not rallying, blah, blah, blah. Avalanche. You know, I actually think this is pretty simple. There's a downward sloping wedge. Everybody gave up on Avalanche on Black Monday down here. That's where they packed it in. Now Avalanche breaks out. Equilibrium is 30. Security token functionality, but we're giving up. Now, also note, right? The thing I like about, some of these coins that have moved is that they have formed 5-wave structures on the way up, right? So when you form a 5-wave structure, when you're rallying, when you're coming out of a bear phase, when you see the 5-wave structure, which I will just draw here so you can see it, LuxAlgo draws it automatically. Boom, right? Then if there's a correction, it's okay. This one corrected the whole move. How nice. How nice, right? This is Avalanche 4-hour chart. Again, on a tactical level, AVAX at equilibrium. On a daily level, so far away. So far away. T-Bone is now a member. T-Bone, my brother. Thank you. Okay, Bob Marsh. Bob Marsh did a little Sui. Let me see where this thing is. Because layer ones are all dead, right? We're not doing layer ones. So it's the market's dead. Everything that's been invented has been invented. Look at this thing. Okay, just look at this thing. You don't think the market sees head and shoulders bottom here? I think so. By the way, I'm not trying to kill you with product, but LuxAlgo is making a Bill Noble filter indicator looking for Elliott wave tops and bottoms. That's a breakout. And actually, the breakout occurred yesterday and 2 days ago because LuxAlgo went whoop, put support right underneath Sui. You realize that if this is a head and shoulders bottom, like if this is for real, the upside target in this is $1.70. That's almost back to its high. But yeah, everything under the sun has already been invented. Yeah, okay, bro. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, man. Just not buying any of this. Not buying the bearish story. This market has been left for dead. Dead. And now it's up and no one wants to buy it. Okay. No one wants to buy Bitcoin at 60K. You got to be kidding me. When Bitcoin was at 74K with Bitcoin Nashville, if I told you were going to get to buy it at 50, you would have been like, oh, yes. And then it gets to 50 and no one wants it. No one wants it. Okay, MASA. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. Okay. Now, the good news, this has got like an accumulation to it. Accumulation, right? So, we got an accumulation cone going on here. And the question is, tactically, it's at the premium zone. Now, you have taken out the previous fourth wave. This has been outperforming. I don't see a reason to not like this, right? This is another Bill Noble indicator right here. These lines will explain that later. Still in development. This is the daily chart. It's yet to punch out yet. But if you owned it, I think you would hold it. I think you would hold it, right? All right. Let's check it out. All right. There's T-Bone with his new emojis. Right on, brother. Right on. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here in the chat. Okay. We got a lot of watchers here. T-Bone says, Yappy is here. Welcome. If you look up when you bought BTC below 60, okay, Steve's got 87K in October. You know what, man? It would be rude not to. What do you think is going to happen when people figure out that the election, okay, is done? It's done. It's a done deal. Like, the more they go after that guy, the stronger he gets. Oh, my God, look at this IMX. ImmutableX broke a trend line. It's at $1.22 and equilibrium is $2. Why is it up 15% today? That's why it's up 15%. This whole market, like the secret portfolio, is filled with coins that looked good on banter bubbles and were like, I don't know, some of them were 60% away from equilibrium. Like just, balance. It saves me having to do like the 200-day moving average. By the way, don't want to overcomplicate the plot here, but this show is brought to you by LuxAlgo. So if you check the description down below, I know we got a lot of products going on here, right? Here's how you get LuxAlgo, right? The bull market is coming, right? This is the time to get ready to practice with chart software, to get on board, get research, get involved. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, let's look. Actually, I got a signal this morning, like they have a filter indicator that they're building for me. And one of the things that came up was Bitcoin Cash. And look at this on the daily chart. Bitcoin Cash had bottoming signals in early September, right? Equilibrium in Bitcoin Cash is at $462. Currently, Bitcoin Cash is trading at $316. And when Bitcoin Cash gets going, if it gets going, it melts faces. It melts faces. Like everyone's like, oh, well, gee, the market's taken off. It's left without me. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Like Zcash is an example. Zcash on a daily chart is just perched right here on a giant LuxAlgo support zone. And if you look at Zcash going all the way back, like look at Zcash going all the way back to, I don't know, what about 2002? Yeah, this is where Zcash was. This is where I picked up on Zcash. What have you missed? Nothing. Nothing. You don't have to do Zcash, but what have you missed out on? Don't give me this I missed out. Now, let's go to memes. So, memes, meh, I know it's not the greatest thing in the world right now, but let me ask you just something weird. Like, folks, I think based on news, and I got a lot of heat for this, a lot of heat, right? Richard Barry is here. Welcome. I think there's a good case for cat and dog memes based on new trends in the barbecue industry. You know what I'm saying? Dog and cat coins didn't move. They didn't move. I mean, Nero moved, but All these other coins did move. What the heck? What's going on with that? What is going on with that? That we're not taking this up? Like dogs and cats and ducks? Where is everybody? They're all asleep. They're absolutely asleep. Okay, I want to look at Solana versus Ethereum. I haven't looked at it. I'm just going to look at it today. Okay, so will Solana versus Ethereum break out? Okay. I don't see a top signal or a bottom signal. Maybe I got to go to a 4-hour chart. So Solana versus Ethereum kind of got soft a little bit, but there's no major top and bottom signals here. It's just kind of chop. I got a question for you. What would happen if ETH ever woke up? Let's go back to ETH. What would happen if ETH woke up? I mean, it's a serious question. I mean, I'm not joking around. Like, you know, what would the news look like if it was like, oh my God, ETH woke up? What would happen? So, you know, LuxAlgo buying the big green candle. It's a momentum indicator system. This is ETH on a 4-hour chart. LuxAlgo's like, go with it. Look at money flow in ETH on a 4-hour chart. Like they've been giving up on ETH since the end of August. Give up, give up, give up, give up, give up. More give up. All the people who bought this rally, yeah, they turned around and puked it all out. LuxAlgo is like, yeah, let's get back involved. ETH versus Bitcoin. Oh my God, look at this. There's the 5-wave bottom just now. Just now. That's a 5-wave bottom right there. After they just heave it and heave it and heave it and heave it down into the discount zone. So relabeling this as a 4-hour chart. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin, what do you want to do? It's like, look at the downslope on this. Like if we're going to, this is like live TA spectacular. By the way, this is what we will be doing on premium live streams. So members are going to get this type of work. That is a 60-degree downslope. This, the final move, was a 75-degree downslope. 75 degrees. There's your join the Spartans, $49 instead of having to buy every single altcoin report. One price. If you don't have that, we got you for $4.99 on emojis. We always appreciate our friends who get emojis, right? We always appreciate. Jay Mizzle made it. Welcome. Disclosure Crypto. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Oh my God. Todd Creek is not only got the membership, but he's using the special emojis as well. Sir, we thank you for kicking it off. T-Bone follows along. Back to live TA. Because we cannot be stopped. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no one wants layer ones, but NEAR just got back to equilibrium. Oh, I can't buy NEAR. It's, you know, the bus left without me. Really? Equilibrium in NEAR is at 595. This thing hasn't even cleared the high from September 13th, which is a nice way of saying that last dip kind of was BS. Like this. So this is NEAR, just doing a matter of demonstration. Okay. 5-wave up, and look what they gave you. A correction in NEAR. Okay. They did a wonderful job of taking out the 38% retracement and scaring everyone right here, $4. But what they really did, which is why I like LuxAlgo, because they can give you levels that you can't see anywhere else, kind of like DeMark, except for less money, is you get this equilibrium zone. So everyone gets excited in NEAR, 5-wave structure, bull market underway, boom, right back down to equilibrium, boom, right back up again. And it inserted support right before this thing took off. Why is everybody selling? Real world assets. Let's check it out. Okay. Ohm is down. Okay. Goldfinch is up. Ondo, not doing anything. Nothing. Right? You got a little head and shoulders bottom action going on here in Ondo on like an 89-minute chart. They took out the previous fourth wave and they're dipping it back to support. Again, I ask you, what have you missed? Nothing. The Fed does 25. The Fed does 50. What does that have to do with Ondo? Nothing. 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 Okay? Nothing. Okay? Steve is saying, I can't do IMX again. Okay? I understand that. If you don't want to buy stuff up 14%, I get it. The market's going to rotate from one thing to the next. Okay. So, premium YouTube is activated. You now have 3 ways to get on board. You can get some emojis and get pumped up. Join the Spartans. Patreon is $15, right? You can shop in the Patreon store if you like. If you don't like that monthly fee. Okay, this new report is only in YouTube, right? It's only on YouTube, and that's pay one price. You know, if you're going to have more money later, that's terrific. But I wanted to have it there for you before this thing took off. The lesson of last year was simple. Before the lunar eclipses, before the equinox, before October, before the Fed has to put high-powered money in the system to try to save the current administration, this is where you get involved. Lee says, what do you think the probabilities of an S&P crash are, considering what's going on in China and Europe? Recession is happening. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Okay. T-Bone's got the emoji going. Where's the emoji? There he is with the notorious emoji. All right. Now, let's talk about recession. Let's talk about it. There's 2 economies in the United States. There's a digital economy that's fueled by AI and tech, where people have 3% mortgages on houses that they're not selling. As long as those people are able to maintain their full-time jobs, you're going to have a hard time having a recession in the United States. That said, a recession is made up of old-fashioned indicators that may not apply to our economy. They apply to an industrial economy like China, where the economy is basically collapsing. But again, how can you have an economy that is 20% of world GDP and the Fed keep interest rates at 5%? China is a disinflation force throughout the world. Now, in order to have a recession, you have to have an equity market debacle. Are you going to have an equity market debacle in an election year? Only if you have a black swan. Okay. Everybody keeps saying, oh, there's going to be a conflict. There's going to be a conflict. Matter of fact, at a press conference about what went on the golf course in Florida, one of the guys mentioned, well, we're going to have a tougher time protecting this guy if there's a conflict. There's a conflict. There's a conflict. And here's what I have to say about that. Announced wars don't happen. Now, if you have a stock market debacle, Bitcoin is going to go down. But Bitcoin may not go down as much as you think. And even if it goes down, it won't stay down. Right? Toby Ward has said it. I have said it. It's obvious if you look at the charts. S&P went back to its all-time high, and everybody was talking about 55 in Bitcoin. The decoupling has already happened. Stocks went up, crypto went down. So stocks can go down and crypto can go up, or at least hold its ground. You know, what do you want to do? You want to buy NVIDIA at $3 trillion or ETH? Well, the answer to everyone now is obviously I want to buy NVIDIA. That's what the herd is doing. When is it ever paid to go with the herd? And I'll tell you something even happier. If they turn on the spigot and print high-powered money to make the stock market look good for the current administration, well, that works for me. That works for me, right? I mean, I have my views, and I try to keep that out of the broadcast. But, they want to save the current administration with high-powered money. Well, that's fine with me. They've been artificially sitting on Bitcoin, trying to keep it down because the big man likes it. Okay. How long are they going to get away with that? Probably about as long as you're going to get away with being short leveraged on Bybit once the news is just out, right? Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, the number. The first move is, I don't know, after the algorithms trade it. You have to trade the market after the algorithms do their thing, right? Like, what does the minutia of rate decreases have to do with what Lee was talking about, which is that you have disinflation forces everywhere in the world. Everywhere. I mean, the bond market wants interest rates at 3%, right? Silas is saying, isn't Ondo a governance token? I'm not necessarily an expert. I know BlackRock owns the governance token. I know they have bought into Ondo, right? And other banks are going to buy in to these other tokens as well. It's like a way of ownership because they're going to want to put real world assets, particularly commercial real estate, eventually on chain. Now, before that happens, Steve, DeFi, right? DeFi, right? Everyone's like, oh, there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah, except for the fact that Aave is profitable and Aave is up 40%. They were the first one to go, right? Everyone's like, oh, that doesn't matter. No, folks, it does matter. The big man is in DeFi. How long do you think it's going to take before somebody says, yeah, come deposit your Bitcoin with us. Come get interest on your money. Like, how far away do you think that is? How long do you think it's going to take for people to want to do ETH-based DeFi again? Or Solana staking like JTO, still down 20% over the last month. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Premium YouTube is available for anybody that wants a one-stop shop. You want to join the channel, you want to show some love, you want to get some cool emojis, then we got something for you at $5 so you can get involved. Patreon is going to stay Patreon. 6th Street Crypto, the TA that goes with it, 5-6 days a week. 6th Street Crypto is the brothers and sisters, the Spartans, the originals that got us off the ground. So check us out because at the end of the day, I am using this platform to help you. That's it. This is about you. Yes, I got to eat, but this is about you. Come see us. We'll see you tomorrow.